Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Now I'm talking to Ralph McAllister, and I'm just saying to Ralph off air, I should really call him Sir Ralph, because he got absolutely decorated up to the nines to go to some film awards up in Auckland last week, and he's going to tell us about it. Good morning, Sir
yes,
Ralph.
Indeed. It was quite an event, Nigel. I was invited by one of the recipients, who shall be nameless for the next few seconds, and so I was flown up to Auckland last Thursday morning and put up at this beautiful hotel and met the recipient, of course, and then went to this incredible evening. It's called the Kea World Class Awards. That's KEA, not KIA, and it's been going for a while, and it's been hugely successful in terms of its celebrating distinguished individuals who have gained worldwide recognition. For instance, last year the award went to Peter Jackson and his partner Fran Walsh, and this year I'm not quite sure who got the Supreme Award. I don't know her, the people who got that, but my friend Cliff Curtis, the actor, was one of the ones nominated for, he was awarded a world-class award, and the Oscar-like little things were, the images were built by Richard, the Weta world-class stuff, and
Richard Taylor.
And what really impressed me, apart from seeing my dear friend Cliff with his beautiful 16-year-old wife who is studying in New Zealand at the moment, it was just the sheer class of the event. I've had my fair share of these through the years, Nigel, and I don't think I've ever been to one that was quite so successful in terms of catering for 800 people at the Viaduct Centre in Auckland, down by the wharf, with food, drink, speeches, visuals that were as good as anything I've seen at any celebration anywhere, and it was so entertaining. Usually when you have these, I've never been to the Oscars, but I don't think I'd want to, because I'd get so bored listening to thanking your mother and thanking your grandmother and thanking your, everybody. But here, the speeches were short, they were beautifully illustrated, there were no gaps, the lighting was a sort of powerhouse on its own, and I didn't feel overdressed, that's the other thing, because most people were just, had decided this was an occasion. 800 people, beautiful food, served impeccably by goodness knows how many waiters, and I was just excited by the fact that we seem to be able to do this in New Zealand to a level that is, as the title suggests, world class. Jennifer Flay was on radio the other day, and she's an entrepreneur in Paris. She's a New Zealander. There was the Rocket Man, the guy, not from North Korea, but the guy who's from Invercargill, who has established the rocket, and the Americans are very, very excited about that. He was one of the recipients, and there were 8 others, and it was an evening I shall never forget, and of course the luxury of waking up and having a beautiful breakfast with Cliff and Tumaya, his daughter. It was just lovely, and then I flew back that afternoon to go to an opening night of my show of Once Upon a Dance with. So you can imagine it's been quite a hectic time, and I'm looking forward to doing nothing in the next few days after a very, very successful time there, and also the show in Once Upon a Dance, which has been going incredibly well. finished on Sunday with a packed audience. So, yeah, it's been quite a time.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
I think I've deserved a lot. Peter Beck, he's the rocket man. I was just trying to remember.
Right.
CEO of Rocket Lab, which has been recognised as New Zealand's the sort of space community with $1 billion behind it at the moment. So, and he looks about 15. Well, he's probably about 30. He told a lovely story about all the Americans trying to work out how to do this cooling system when they came over to inspect his discoveries and his inventions, and he just sent one of his friends down to the local dairy, and they brought back a car full of frozen ice, packed ice, and that's the way they
simple as that.
They fixed the cooling system with all the brains of America there. The dairy not in Invercargill and Christchurch, I think, sorted it out for them. So there were lots of laughs like that. The acting Prime Minister was there, and of course the baby had been born that afternoon. So I think everybody had an extra smile on their face.
So one or two overseas dignities there as well?
Sorry?
One or two overseas dignities there, or stars of shows?
Well, there probably were, but I mean, I was too busy just staying at the table that I was at with my friends. Lots of actors supporting Cliff, and most celebrities, Richard Taylor, the Waiter Workshop,
yes.
people like that, and they call it a tall poppy statuette. That's what I was trying to think of.
Ah, right, okay. Now, the word Kea, Ralph, how does that come into it? I mean, it's our native bird.
This is the name of the organisation that celebrates excellence in New Zealand. They've got huge resources, obviously, or they wouldn't be able to stage something like this. And they're just intent on recognising the international quality of New Zealanders, expats really. And that's where it all started some years ago.
Right.
It's worth, perhaps, if your listeners are interested, get them to go on and look up Scoop or Kea World Class Events. You'll get more information then. But I certainly will be one of its best enthusiasts after that memorable evening, despite the fact that I finished up feeling rather tired.
Well,
but then
yes.
I think we could put that down to age, I think.
Oh, no. Well, you looked absolutely dapper in your bow tie and a black suit and white shirt. That yes, it looked like cans to me, and I thought, hello, Ralph's on the red carpet.
Well, as I say, I had very many flattering remarks, and I'll add yours to the list. I'm very appreciative. Thank you very much.
Ralph, we thank you very much for that interesting chat this morning. We'll catch you next Tuesday.
And I'll give you a book next week to get back to normal.
Okay, thanks, Ralph. Ralph McAllister there.
106.3 Beach FM.